And we're live. Woo, woo, woo. How the fuck's everybody doing? It's your neighborhood Jesus, Shades Wade. And it's a little bit dark in here, so you know what? So I need to go get a light bulb. But let's see if I can mimic the lighting setup I normally have with my lantern. Let's see. See how this works. That kind of helps. Kind of not. I say fuck it. Or just put the motherfucking party light on. Yeah, I give up. So how's everybody doing? Doing pretty good here. Kind of a weird day, to say the least. Not really weird car related or anything. Although I did do two 9,000 RPM pulls. I did hear odd noise. Sounded like a squeal or a squeak. I don't know if it was a suspension squeak, a body panel, or what. No smoking, no overheating or anything like that. Car still drives great, so I don't think it's anything to do with valves or pistons or anything like that. But still, kind of had me a little sketched. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, "What the fuck was that?" It's like a really quiet squeal too. True story. It's that woo woo woo. Oh my goodness. Let's wait for some people to get in here, then we'll start a couple updates, couple this, couple that. You know what I'm saying? As far as not that I really care about it, I don't really watch it that much, but as far as subscriber count goes, we've actually, I think we're up to like 231. So I think we've gained like 5 or 6 new people. So kudos to whoever you are. Welcome to the fam. DC5 land. You know what I'm saying? If anyone's curious to know how a 9,000 RPM pull, the one I was even talking about, the two, first to second 9,000 RPM, second to third 9,000 RPMs. This is what it sounds like. I need to get a new mic, by the way. I mean, in the clip, I don't hear the squeal, so clearly it's not. I don't think it's an engine noise. So it's kind of like I think it's something to do with suspension or body, like the Hasport's making everything rattle. You know what I mean? So I think it has something to do with that, but it was just kind of a weird noise. When inspecting the Jamal's here. What's up, dude? How you doing? Hey, dude, how was your weekend? It was pretty good. I went and picked up the Brembos. Got the Brembos in the rear Type R bumper and stuff like that. It's pretty good. On and off rain, cold. Today was a nice day. It was sunny today. Man, don't ever. You already know why the title of the stream's Weird Day. I was looking at a friend's, like an old bandmate's, like Instagram, and I saw one of my ex-girlfriends who was like pretty wild style, to say the least. I won't get into specifics, but she was a fucking wild person, right? This is like back in high school. She is now married and looks like 100% different. Like, it's like a mind fuck. I don't know how to describe it. She looks like preppy almost. And she used to be like, I don't even know the words. Like a bohemian acid freak, sexy, blah, blah. I don't even know what to call her. But definitely not like fancy, formal, preppy, like living like a normal lifestyle now. It's like, it's a fucking mind fuck. I'm like, dude, who are you? What happened? Trips me out, man. Like, I would never expect her to get married, or like some of my other ex-girlfriends have gotten married, and I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. You're you. Wasn't meant to be. But then you look at like this specific one, I'm like, dude, that is a mind fuck. You look completely different. Like you cleaned up your act, I guess you could say. But like, I wouldn't even say it's like cleaned up your act. You just went straight full on like preppy. So fucking weird. Jamal says, yeah, it's funny how some people change like that. It is, man. Mm-hmm. Jamal said Brimbos would be great. Yeah, man, they're fire. They're actually in really decent condition too. Here, let's get some. Gotta transfer my photos from my phone to my computer. How was your weekend, dude? Did you have a good weekend? Select 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Airdrop, come on now. Wait for the beep. There's the beep. But yeah, fucking just a mind fuck, dude. If I showed you like what she used to look like in high school or even like 5 years ago, you'd be like, damn, she looks cool. And then you'd look at her now and you'd be like, whose mom is that? Jamal says, makes you wonder if they still have the same attitude as before undercover of the new preppy image. It doesn't seem that way. Man, I don't even know how to put it in words. You'd have to like be me to get it fully. She was a wild styler. After I broke up with her, that opened up Pandora's box of her being even more wild and crazy. And yeah, crazy. She was crazy before, but she went off the deep end after I broke up with her and started doing even more crazy shit. All right. All right, so we got the goodies. So, yeah, this is what my spare bedroom's looking like right about now. It's kind of like my RSX store. So if you need something, just let your boy know, because we got a bunch. So then we got the Brimbos. And they're actually in really fucking good condition, to be honest. Like, looking pretty clean. I mean, the hubs and stuff, the rotors, whatnot, they need a little bit of polishing up, hit them with a rust brush, stuff like that. But I mean, honestly, they're really not in bad shape. I mean, a little chip there. I'm not sure if I'm going to what I'm going to do. I might end up repainting them, same red and everything, but I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it or not because they're actually in really decent shape, but they do have a few little fade marks on like nicks and scuffs. There's the rear brakes. True story. There's the Type R rear bumper. Super decent condition. Like, honestly, better than decent. I mean, and that red right there is just some like reflector tape or something somebody put on there. It's all good. So like, I'll be repainting this. Obviously, it's the same color as my car, but you know, it does need repainting because a little scuff right there, some scratching right here, a little scratch on the lip and stuff like that. But I mean, all the tabs and everything are there, so it's actually in really decent condition. There's my new sticker layout. Anybody that hasn't seen that on Instagram, we got some of our repping our people, ICB, got JSpec sticker on there, Dead Spirits, Tiana Jasmine's on Lucky Ones, and the BR, because I think we are going to be getting the BR in motion soon. And we got, you know, same thing, Hassport, K-Tuned. Got our companies on here, you know what I'm saying? And there she is. That was last night's, or not tonight's drive, sorry. But yeah, those are the pictures. Those are the pictures. Those are the brakes. Jamal says, if I wanted to buy something from you someday, how would I get the cash to you? I don't have PayPal or anything like that. I mean, you could just make a PayPal. Like, PayPal's really easy to use. It's actually pretty tight. True story. But yeah, PayPal, like, that would be the easiest path, seeing as you're in New Zealand. So it's about our only option. Or you could, like, if you didn't want to make a PayPal, I think the only other option you could do is, like, let's say you bought something for like $100, right? You could buy a credit card gift card and then email me the credit card number and the information, the security and expiration date. Then I could take that and deposit that in my account maybe or something. Possibly. But I think it would just be easier to PayPal. Jamal says the yellow fog lights look dope as fuck. Thanks, man. Yeah, I think they look good too, honestly. I think once I probably will end up getting a Type R front bumper for the lip because, like, I have the original rear lip and rear bumper now, and I have the side skirts and the fenders already. So, like, the only piece I'm missing is a real Type R front bumper with front lip. I think when I'm running that, I'm gonna have the brake ducts in there, so I won't have the fogs in there. But when I'm like driving the car more daily, I think I'm gonna keep the bumper that's on it now with the fog lights and run fog lights on the daily. Then, like, if I go to car shows or something like that, I'll put the front bumper on with the brake ducts because it's a lot more period correct, you know. But the fog lights really do look nice. I will miss them when I'm not running them. Also, I'm not positive, but I think I might have found out why my when I start my car and I hear this like weird little oscillating squeaking noise. It's like sounds like a squeal or a squeak. I looked at my crank pulley. My crank pulley has a fucking notch missing out of it, like where it's like fucked up. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still completely balanced because I turned the car on and it's not like, it doesn't look like it's like shuddering or has any play or anything like that. But like on the face of it, there's literally like a little chunk of it like just a little chunk of it missing, where it's like been hit with a hammer or dropped or I don't know what. Jamal says wanted to get some cups from Wing King, but got to get the money transfer thing sorted out properly for. Yeah, I'd just say PayPal. Honestly, that's how I paid him. PayPal's the easiest. I mean, literally, just make an account and link a bank account or a credit card or a debit card or whatever, a checking account or whatever you got with money in it, and yeah, it's really easy. True story. But yeah, 9,000 RPMs, like the more I do it, it's kind of like wild style. I don't know how I feel about it. Like 8,800 felt like, I'm not going to say 9,000 doesn't feel safe, but like after hearing that squeak or squeal, kind of has me second guessing. But I did like 4 or 5 9,000 RPM pulls today. And I mean, nothing happened. It gets there. I mean, literally, watch this shit here. Watch the tack. I mean, that bitch gets. It gets all the way to 9,000. Beep. It gets there. Jamal says, holy shit, sounds wild style. It definitely feels wild style. And I fucking, that's another thing I did too. I scaled my TPS and Hondata. See, I read my TPS and closed was 2.2 and wide open throttle was 89%, not 100, not 105, not 110. So I read that and uploaded that to my ECU. So now it's scaling that 2.2 down to 0, and it's scaling that 89 to 100. So yeah, it's pretty good to go now. True story. Jamal says you probably got the loudest car in the neighborhood. I mean, there's some pretty loud trucks, and there's like an Audi what's that thing? Audi R8 or whatever. That thing's really loud. But I'd say like as far as like 4-cylinder Hondas go, like yeah, definitely. Definitely. Yeah, I'm rolling another smoke and I already got one that I haven't even finished. Whoopsie. Man, just wait till I get the BR set up, man. I gotta figure it out. Because I want to there's gotta be some kind of way where I can like Jamal says we got 2 on the head counter. Who else we got? Some lurker. I don't know. We actually got a few new subscribers. Maybe they're timid. They don't want to say anything. Just want to sit in the back. Yeah, I think we're only like trying to think. We're like 19 people away from 250 or something like that. So we're halfway to 500, and then once we get to 500, we're halfway to 1,000, and that's how this shit keeps going. Yeah, Jamal, that's right. Jamal, listen to Jamal, people. He says, "Come on, people, interact," because that's the whole point of a fucking live stream. Otherwise, I could just spiel on, talk about my 17 ex-girlfriends for hours. But yeah, fucking if anybody needs another Dead Spirit sticker, we got some. I sent Broke Dad his today. You know what I'm saying? Fucking I took it to the post office today. Obviously there's no post on Sundays, but I just wanted to get it, you know. So it's there already, so it'll get out quicker on Monday morning. It'll be first in line. But yeah, fucking Jamal says, "What's Dead Spirits?" It's a driving club that Broke Dad and I mean, Broke Dad's definitely the founder. I'm kind of like the almost like co-founder or something, contributor. I don't even know what you would call it. He had this rant about the new Toyota Supra, how it's essentially the BMW Supra, and he had this rant in the car on the way to work or something like that. And he was like really bringing the energy, and he says, "Bring the energy in it." So I took the whole video and chopped it up. That's like that thing I was doing with the keyboard and the samples. So that's where that comes from. So like he told me to make a logo, and now we got a logo. Good old Dead Spirit. It's kind of like 80s arcade style, Initial D inspired logo. True story. True motherfucking story. Be y'all. Where the fuck is everybody? And now you got me wondering who this lurker is in the background. Because it's one of two things. It's either somebody that's too timid to talk because they're new, or they just don't know what to say, or they're timid. I don't know. Or two, it's somebody I've blocked, so they're watching but they cannot comment. It's always a possibility. Why's my screen flickering? Stop flickering. Stop that. Dude, why is this thing flickering? What the fuck? Knock that shit off. Stupid HDMI. Let's go back to the VGA days.
I feel almost completely lost. I'm driving a hearse full of bikini clad girls, doing donuts in the drum circle, welcome to Sex World.
Well, this ain't the version I was listening to. Hold the phone. Go back. I think it's this one. Yeah, it was vice versa.
I feel almost completely lost.
Wait, it's the same one.
I'm driving a hearse.
That doesn't make sense. Shit wasn't even. There was no vocals on it. Maybe I was listening to instrumental. Yeah, instrumental. There you go.
I feel almost completely lost now. Sometimes, you know.
That's the one I was listening to. There was no vocals. I was wondering. I was like, it's Phoenician snares featuring sex, stamina. There are no vocals. Jamal says, I thought there would be more people here. YouTube probably didn't send out any notifications. Probably, man. Probably. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time. And it won't be the last time. I think YouTube takes a high interest in fucking up my flow. They're like, yeah, we don't like this guy. We're not giving him any internet traffic. Don't send out notifications. Fuck this guy. But I'll just keep doing it. That's right. Jamal said stalker. Well, the stalker left, so good riddance. Jamal, I wish you were on Instagram or Facebook or something so I could send you the before and after of my ex-girlfriend so you could just be like, what the fuck? This is weird. But yeah, fucking been data logging, since been going 9,000 RPMs. I thought I'd data log some. Actually, I haven't even got a chance to look at one. Hey, let's take it easy. Jamal says we'll set one up. Didn't like Facebook because of family drama and arguments. Kept getting dragged into other issues. Well, that's the good thing about Instagram. It's just pictures. Like, other than the comment section, there's really not like you can't just like post like a bunch of political bullshit or shit like that. It's like it's mostly just people. And I only follow people that are into music, art, or cars. I don't follow family photos. I don't follow pictures of your dinner or your lunch at some restaurant or any of that shit. So yeah, I keep my feed looking like exactly how I want it to. True story. Let's see. Load. Sunday. 9,000 RPMs part 2. Open. Let's see what this data log's looking like. Did it open? Graph maybe? Ah, there it is. I might like zoom into this shit. And just like fuck it, right? I'm assuming it's just like saying fuck it. Graph. Maybe knock. Knock level. Knock account. Play that shit. What do we get? Damn, this thing's like got like no knocking whatsoever. Oh shit, my bad. Jamal says, when I get more money rolling into the household, man, we'll donate some money towards your music project. Got to show some support. I appreciate all that you do, and you introduced me to Deerhoof. Dude, that'd be amazing. Go buy a new pedal. I need to buy some drum mics, honestly. That's like I'd be playing my acoustic kit like every day recording if I had some fucking drum mics. Because my nice tube condenser, something's wrong with it. It's fucked up. It's not happy. So it's 8,800. So is 8,800 really 9,000? Oh, this is probably the full right here. Oh, it did say 9,000. Hold the phone. That's crazy. It's not making sense. It went to 9,000. Now it doesn't say 9,000. That's fucking weird. Yeah, dude. It went to, wait, hold the phone. It says 9,000, 9,003. I wish there was a way to zoom in so you could see fucking listen to them every day now. Damn. Making me feel special. Shit. Oh, zoom in. There you go. Zoom in more. Zoom in more. Zoom in more. Zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom in. Zoom in. Keep on zooming. Oh, yeah. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not. Well, hold on. Swap it the other way around. Give me that shit. Give me that shit. Hello. 9,000. 9,000. So you go like right here. The very top of the peak. That's what it literally says we did. 9,047. So my shit set at 9,000 even. So I'm not quite sure how it made it to 9,047, but it did. See, like here, look. Oh, that is so cool to watch. Yeah, it made it to 9,000 on both those. That's crazy. Yeah, 9,003. I still don't know how the first one made it to 9,052 or whatever the fuck. But nonetheless, pretty nuts. And the knock count is 100% hands down. Like knock threshold, knock level, but knock count, like how many knocks the engine knocking, none. I mean, literally, if you look at the here, actually, before I, all right, like the top bar right here, red is your knock count, knock threshold is your blue, and the voltage is the the knock level voltage. So like if you look at it, knock threshold, just the voltage is almost 3.5 volts. It's 3.48. Knock level threshold, knock level voltage, 1.21. Knock count, 0. So if you look at this bar right here, you see the red at the bar? Through and throughout, it stays 0. There is no knocking going on in the engine. What fucking so ever. So that's really good. There's gotta be a way for the cursor just to follow. Damn, it's annoying. Hello, close. Thank you. That's enough nerding out with the data log, but it definitely hit 9,000 RPMs. I still don't understand how the hell it hit 9,052. Like, that really doesn't make much sense. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. Let's see. Jamal says over 9,000. Yes, Dragon Ball. Dragon Balling out. Jamal says that graph on the screen kind of reminds me of audio engineering stuff. Frequency. Yeah, I feel you. Well, like the graph itself kind of reminds me almost of like Audacity. Just like the screen, the layout, the user interface. true story. Oh, I already rolled one. Haha. Yeah, we hit over 9,000. That doesn't make sense, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, how could rev limit be set for 9,000? 9,000. And it went over 9,000. Like, literally. Unless, because I haven't banged like rev limiter, like off of rev limiter. I've shifted at 9,000, right? See, let's say you set your rev limiter like 8,600, and you take it to like maybe it looks like 8,700. Then you hit rev limiter and you shift. See, I haven't taken it 9,000 yet, where I literally bang off of rev limiter, like it's like and then you fucking shift. I've just shifted right at 9,000, you know, when my shift light comes on. So it's kind of weird. I don't know. Kind of weird. Oh my goodness. Oh. Never gets old. Jamal says maybe some kind of glitch in the system. Yeah, you know, I'm not sure. I think it could just be a calibration thing. The tack and the speedo, they're a little off. That's what it could be. It could be because of the idle, the RPMs the idle is set to. The idle is right around 840, 850-ish maybe. So mine is in K Pro, it says it's set to 750, but if it's set to 850, it's 100 RPMs off. Ah, see, that makes sense. So that might be the reading, you know. Because like RPMs in K Pro, you would think like you would just put it somewhere. Like let's say you wanted 1,000, and let's say it's really at 1,500, and you just you type in 1,000 and just press it and it changes it. That's not really how it works necessarily. Not as far as I know.
There ain't nothing like a fistful of cash or a fistful of the hash that twists like a mustache. From end to end, spreading like a rash. Walking through your walking or at your disco bash. You need a Tim Brooklyn, still steam brown. A metal face mask with a built-in frown. A mic to tilt down 100,000 pounds. And see how kilt sound like spilled milk cloud. Cocoa butter on a very ashy day, fam. Ray-Bans out on the islands of Cayman. Or I'll break it down for the layman.
Oh, don't save that, Doom. Save. What the fuck are they yelling about?
What I recommend is we'll always start with 0, and we're going to be using just this 0 degree cam angle table. So right now, on our overlay table on our 0 degree. You can see up here it's signifying we're on the 0 degree table. If we look down this list, we can select these other tables. But again, we're on 0, and essentially let's assume we're either live or we're able to.
Let's see what Jamal say. Have you heard from George Bonnie lately? I haven't seen him here for a while. Dude, it's so fucking weird you said that. That's like fucking cosmic as fuck. I was thinking the exact same thing. I was like, dude, I haven't heard from George in a minute. I wonder if he's busy or all right or doing okay. Probably busy trying to sell his house or whatever. I was like, dude, that's bizarre. You said that too, because I was thinking the exact same thing. That's crazy.
Go ahead and flash this. We're going to go and drive through the table. And what we want to do is make sure that we're driving with a steady throttle. So if we're operating the vehicle not on the dyno, we have to make sure that we're keeping a steady throttle, not having large throttle movements, and just fill out this table the best you can, sweeping as many data points as you can. So what we're going to do after we've done that, populate this table, We're going to go in and then make changes based on blending the table smoothly. So if we find that this area right here might show it's pulling out 8%, -8%, -10%, -2%.
Dude, Jeff Evans is smart as
We're going
shit.
to call this an overall change of maybe something like -5. Highlight it, Control J, and hit -5. And then we move on to the next section. You might find that certain areas are going to be maybe showing that needs some more fuel. Certain areas might need to turn down fuel. Because we've made all of these fuel lines here in the two-dimensional table, all of our columns here of fuel, going to be the same. What we're going to find is we should be able to apply broad changes across an area. So for example, you might find that this area here between 27 and 35 needs to have fuel taken out. But then at 45 to 55, we might have to add some fuel in. What you shouldn't see is bits and pieces of this table, such as a section here might need some more fuel, and then a section here might need less fuel, and then a section here might need more fuel. You're not going to have that kind of behavior. What that's going to indicate is you have sampling problems in your wideband to the overlay table. So what you want to do is jump into your options, jump into your settings. We're going to go in here to our sensor, or to our lambda overlay. And the transition delay, if it's at a half second, let's increase to 1 second. And then the number of samples, let's increase this to 10. And then we're going to click OK. And what we're going to find is,
Dude, Jeff Evans is smart as shit.
Kind of unwanted rapid throttle movements or changes that would change the amount of the air fuel that's going to represent it better in the table. So the larger number of samples we take, the more accurate the air fuel is going to be per cell point. So if you find that we're finding we have some the fuel right here is going to be taken out, and then some fuel is going to be put in here and then taken out, or scattered amounts in the table. Again, that's going to indicate that you have to increase your number of samples in your transition delay so that you're going to plot more accurate data. Now, once you've done that and you've gone through and set up your overlay table here, the next step is going to be to copy and paste this entire table here of your 0 degree. We're going to copy this. We're going to use our 2 points here. This is going to bump us up into the next table. If we hit this plus, we're going to be operating now in the 10 degree. Alternatively, you can always go in here and select 10 degree. And what we're going to do is
smart as shit.
George said,
or George, Jamal said, he was usually the first dude to talk in the live streams. Yeah. He must be pretty busy, or I hope he's all right. Because, yeah, I definitely noticed that too.
Highlight the whole table, hit Control J, add 10%. And that's going to allow you to have a little bit more fuel in here because at the higher cam angle where the command, it's going to need a little bit more fuel in comparison to our 0 degree.
Dude, Jeff Evans, smart as shit. Smart as shit.
So the process is going to be simple. We're going to just go through this, bump up the spark timing as much as we can. We see some knockout. I usually don't go much higher than 25, 26 degree timing in the last 3 columns here for my wide open throttle naturally aspirated portion of tuning. It's going to be sufficient. Anything higher than that, you're either going to be on race gas, or you're going to find that your knock sensor may not be working at all. It's not reporting any kind of feedback. So you have to be careful that that's not the case either. But 25, 26 degrees will be your maximum here. And we're going to be ready then after we've set up our fuel table. And we do the last columns here. And then our ignition timing table. We found
Yeah, I don't need the techno intro. Just get.
Some people say
4 weeks till the big fight. Is it really?
Some of the old ones are resistant type sensors.
Dude, pretty much. Because like it's almost 3 days. It'll be November 1st. So then, oh my God, cannot wait for that. It's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to see him beat Tyson Fury's ass.
Okay, that sensor will call using anything from P0325 all the way to P0328. And you might need 3 multiple tests. Okay, my bad. This clicked on
Dude, I'm not trying to be rude, but I can't even understand this guy. Where's Eric, the car guy, when you need him?
1997 Subaru Legacy. And ever since I got this car, it's had a check engine light on. And one of the things that I'm experiencing performance-wise is I'll go to accelerate from a dead stop, and it'll start to go, and there'll be this lag, and then it'll actually take off. And, you know, it's kind of bugging me with fuel prices the way they are. Check engine lights, one of the number one things they affect is your fuel economy. So I decided to look into it today and bring you along with me. Well, let's get to it. Of course, now that I've got you with me, the check engine light is not on. It's kind of something that's intermittent, but the code will store on the computer for at least 50 starts of the vehicle, or you got to clear it. But let's take it out, and I'll demonstrate basically what it's doing here. When you take off from a dead stop, you hit the gas, and it's absolutely fine.
That's always the case. What up, Cam? How you doing, man?
There's no hesitation whatsoever, and everything's fine. And to the DOC, Dan.
Hold on, let's just skip right through Eric, the car guy. Cam, how would you check to see if your knock sensor is even working? How about that? There's my question of the day for you, because I just did some data logging with the K Pro, and it's either good news or bad news. My knock count is 100% zero throughout the entire data log of like 20 minutes. So that's probably a good thing. But just to double check, could that be maybe my knock sensor's not working at all? I mean, it's definitely got voltage on the green and the blue, the threshold and the level. Like, I think the threshold's at like 3.48 volts, and then the green knock level voltage is at like 1 and some change or something like that. So it's clearly working, just not getting any knocks. Good to know. Maybe I just answered my own question, because it's definitely getting voltage. Yeah, oh, okay, yeah. If a knock sensor wasn't working, it would throw a code. That's true too. Here's my second question. My rev limiter is set at 9,000 RPMs. I checked the data log when I did the pulls at 2 pulls, first to second, 9,000 RPMs, second to third, 9,000 RPMs. My data log tells me that 9,000 RPM pull from first to second did 9,052 RPMs, and then the second one did 9,003. So I'm not really sure how I have the rev limiter set to 9,000, but it's making it to 9052 and then 9003. Like, you would think it would max out at 9,000, 9000. So not too sure about that. It might be because in K Pro, the idle, on the idle tab, it says my idle is 750, but my idle is actually like more like 850. So maybe that's where the 100 RPMs comes into play. Not quite sure. Jamal says chilling, weather's bad out today, windy and raining. Yeah, that's how it was yesterday. Cam says probably just where it's bouncing off rev limiter. Well, that's the thing. I'm not bouncing off the rev limiter. I haven't even bounced off the rev limiter yet. That's the crazy thing. I have it set to 9,000. So I have my shift light set to 9,000 for each gear. So literally I'm not bouncing off the rev limiter. That's the thing. I'm shifting right at 9 when my shift light comes on. So it's not technically bouncing, like, it's not bouncing off rev limiter. I'm shifting right at 9,000. You know what I'm saying? So like, if I floored it and just didn't shift until it bounced off rev limiter, that'd be one thing. But I'm shifting as soon as the shift light comes on. I see the shift light, shift really quick. Cam says, see that blue EK, excuse me. See that blue EK in my pictures? I believe I did, but I'll look again just for fun. Is this on Facebook or Instagram? Where the fuck is Cam at? Just search. Cancel. Search. Camo. FK8. Oh, yeah. That fucking blue K. I see it. Yeah, thing's clean. I'm not gonna lie though, I'm so over TE37s. Everybody has them. They're good looking wheels, don't get me wrong. They're balls expensive, don't get me wrong. But I don't know. I've seen so many Hondas with TE37s and RPF ones and shit like that. I'm just like, dude, I wish they'd come out with a new wheel. You know what I mean? They're nice wheels though. Yeah, Cam says, yep, they're a bit overdone. Completely. I mean, you got the cheap people that get the RPF one. That's fine. Is what it is. Then you got the rich people over here. They got the TE37s. And it doesn't matter if you're going cheap or expensive. They're the two most played out wheels ever. I mean, honestly, that's why I went with a Type R wheel. You know, the DC5 Type R wheel. It's just trying to, I wouldn't say being original, just keeping it period correct because it's a nice lightweight wheel that's OEM from the factory. And yeah, not a lot of people can fuck with OEM wheels. Like the DC5 Type R got a really nice OEM wheel, factory wheel. Fucking nice. You really don't even need to fuck with it, you know? Jamal says there's so many old school Preludes on the roads here in New Zealand. Cam says Regas. Yeah, dude. The Desmond Rega Masters would be a nice wheel to get. Cam says got to get back to it. Later, Cam. I like my Type S wheels. Yeah, 05 to 06 Type S wheels are pretty nice too. True story. Oh my goodness. Well, yeah, it's good to. Ugh. Yawns, man. They're contagious. Yeah, it's good to know the knock count is 0 because it's 0 and not like because my fucking knock sensor is just like inactive or dead or no voltage because it's definitely getting voltage. So I guess that means the knock sensor's good, the engine's good. It's not knocking. Good to know. Be y'all. Yeah. I gotta call Hond Vlogs. It's time to call Vloggy. H Vlogs. Maybe. Okay. Me and old Honda Vlogs, we got yo, fucking broke dad's live. Jamal says, what's the rarest vinyl record you got? The rarest vinyl record I got. It's this like Southern rock psychedelic record from the 1970s. It's worth like $1,000. It's pretty badass. Let's see what Broke Dad's up to.
Cat is on again. It's just the cat. I think I got a little bit of a leak right here, so I'm gonna tighten up the busies and get a little gap right here. Change the plate. All right. All right. So other than that, we're good. So again, here's the other side. I got a little bit of torch back.
Dude, his stream quality is horrible.
That's it. Down inside the car, we got new fender liners. The brand new fender liners, which are sweet. And yeah, I mean, this is it. Car's gonna roll, so we're gonna go home now. So this is it. So that's what we did today. Pretty sweet. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure this is installed properly. Anyway, there's no instructions that come with it from Hard Race, but yeah. And then the Schurlinger bushings. These are a little bit of a bitch to get in, actually. The tool helped. The press we bought helped. See, they were trailing on though. Oh, I'd love to get you trailing lines, but I don't think that's possible. I don't think they're making anymore. So, yeah, good times. Underneath, otherwise, it's pretty dirty. But, yeah. Other than that, car's rolling. So, peace out. Trying to camp.
Alrighty then. A 2-minute stream. All right. Dude, the stream quality is horrible. It's so pixely I couldn't tell what was what. Jamal says Broke Dad is back on YouTube. He is. I thought he committed YouTube suicide. Well, he kind of did, because he deleted all his videos, but he's back. True story. And then I said, that's right. Jamal says cool that he's back. Yeah, fucking I wish he didn't delete all his videos, man. Had a lot of good shit. All the DC5 content has been squished. All the videos have been squished. They've been exiled, so it kind of sucks. But I don't know. At least he's gonna keep making more stuff, I guess.
Placing rappers in the danger, use reckless with this food for thoughts on like breakfast. You can walk it all, that's right on the checklist. Wear gold fronts, we can't afford no necklace. Should that 10 go to help build them daycares? Somebody say yeah.
Jamal says, glad you captured those voice samples on record. The fuck no is hilarious. It really is. That's why I'm bummed out, because dude, he had like so many good samples across the board on like a bunch of different streams, and I wanted to get all of them. So now I won't be able to get them, but it is what it is. Get it, RZA. Get it, RZA. Separated to portion, the chick by John Hardy walking the soul on the auction, talk controlling abortion. Rulers in the first bar became slaves in the roast bar. The devil's curse God, every ghost God. It turned God the dog and made people search hard. Nobody came to the prophet, but that would be Farad. Short trauma, dropped our mamas off in Bahamas and Barbados to Vegas. Separated us from slave boats. Made our own brothers hate us. From Virgin Isle to Jamaica, to the down Honduras, Haiti, Grenada, Bermuda to Cayman, into enslavement. That fretboard looks fire, easy to play. Yeah, dude, $50 guitar, really can't go wrong. And I haven't even like cleaned it in forever. Jamal says, I have one guitar that's got a maple neck. The sound is so different than rosewood. They say that maple necks, like when you're playing electric guitar, that maple neck is better for distortion, but I don't really tell. I mean, I don't really see the huge difference. I think you can get the across the point with either one, but it's probably because, like, I don't know if brighter wood has a brighter sound or darker wood has a darker sound necessarily, but all I know is Jimmy Strat had a maple neck, and that motherfucker's the king of feedback and distortion. The maple wood sounds a bit thinner. Rosewood seems to have a warmer tone. And there you go. Yeah, as of right now, every single guitar I own is like, you know, rosewood pretty much. True story. Jamal says, what's your favorite delay pedal? Man, there's a lot of good ones, honestly. Like, fuck, that's a really good question, actually, because delay is definitely my favorite effect. I'm kind of like Omar in that sense. Like, delay feels right at home. Some effects pedals I love, but like they don't feel right at home necessarily. As far as delay pedals I own, fuck. I mean, you can't go wrong with like a DL4 because it's a looper and a delay pedal. Has a bunch of different modes and shit. That's classic. As far as, I think if you were going cheap and just something you could pick up at Guitar Center or used, Boss DD6 is pretty amazing, and it's like less than $100. But if you were going like boutique, I would say the Count to 5 looper, which isn't just a looper, but it's like a sampler. It's like a delay pedal. It's made by Montreal Assembly. And that thing sounds like fucking crazy as shit. It's yeah, it's definitely one of my favorites. Like here, if you wanted to, I would plug in my shit, but it's kind of, well, it's not like super late, but my amp is just so fucking loud. Montreal Assembly, Count to 5. Knobs. I don't know if you've ever seen the channel Knobs. They're pretty awesome. I like their style. But this is the Count to 5 looper. It's like this pitch shifting delay looper pedal. Like it can do anything, like reverses, feedback. I mean, yeah, it's so awesome hearing it. Yeah, it has a direction knob which controls pitch, speed, and direction. Clockwise from noon causes the rate and pitch to rise together up to 2 times speed, 1 octave up. Counterclockwise has the same effect, so 2 times speed and up octave down, and it reverses the speed, so it makes it reverse. Yeah, it's pretty crazy though. It was an effect that wasn't cheap. I mean, it was like, I think it was like a $300 pedal when it came out. I may even have ones that are that shit sounds insane. Good God, that pedal is so fucking nasty. But you get the gist, Jamal. It's a crazy pedal. What's up, Eric? How you doing, man? That's what it's called, if you want to check it out. You can never get one. Anything by Montreal Assembly is like investing in gold. The price is only going to go higher and higher. True story. I have 2, 3, I have 4 of their pedals. I have the white fritter, which is worth like half $1,000. I paid $50 for it. And then I got the Count to 5 looper, and then I got the Pazing ring modulator, and then the positive white fritter. I mean, hotcake clone. Hotcake. Eric said, "What's been weird? Just speculating on ex significant others getting married and shit like that. People changing, basically. You know what I'm saying? It's so weird. It's fucking weird, man. Just imagine you used to date a really wild style chick. She had a certain vibe, certain style, like almost bohemian, acid tripping crazy girl, right? And now she's like clean cut preppy, looks like somebody's mom." So yeah, that's what's weird today. True story. Jamal says the head counter has been almost been dead. It really has, dude. I'm surprised we've made it even. It's been 1 hour and 18 minutes. And Jamal's pretty much been the only person here. Hence the chat. True story. Eric says, ooh. Ooh. Eric says, saw my ex in Walmart today with my old lady, and my ex has 2 kids now. Jesus. And you should have just been like, what, you want my kids will beat up your kids? How about that? Cash me outside, Walmart. How about that? Dude, I just like, it's fucking wild style. Like all of my ex-girlfriends, there's like this weird symbolism that's happening. Like this one girl, okay. For the majority of high school, I went out with one chick, right? For about 4 years, even after high school, we were still seeing each other on and off. right? Okay. So the in between, like certain points in high school, we would break up or get mad at each other and break up, have a break, you know? And then I started going out with that the chick that is all weird now, like super preppy now, right? All clean cut. That happened. She's like different now. But then there was this other girl too, this art girl that I dated for about almost a month. Okay. So her and I didn't last too long because I went back to my first girlfriend. You know, fucking girls are toxic, man. I swear. She basically like the art girl, like uh, wouldn't have sex with me. She hadn't had sex at all. So she was like, I'm gonna wait until I'm married type thing. So then my fucking first girlfriend was like, oh, well, I'm trying to get you back. Like, and she like clouded my judgment. She was like, have you guys had sex? And I'm like, no, she doesn't. She doesn't want to. She wants to wait until she's married. She's like, oh, well, we can have sex. And like, that reeled me back in. Right. So then, fast forward to now, I used to hang out with some people, and this one kid I knew named Jimmy literally is dating her now, which is like, I think he's like engaged to her now, which is just like a mind fuck. I'm like, Jimmy's married. Jamal says most of my ex-girlfriends turned out to be irritable bitches. True story. Yeah, damn. Hold on, I think my food's here. BRB. Hold them fork, guys. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And I'm back. All right, so food's got. But yeah, like that's fucking weird as shit, Like this dude I used to hang out with over at my friend's house is now going out with my ex-girlfriend. That's an awkward talk. I wonder if they got together and they were like, hey, you know Anthony? Yeah. Me too. Awkward. A little bit of this. Awkward turtle. But yeah, that's summing it up. That's the weirdness. Yeah, I just don't get the appeal of everybody getting married. Like, I mean, I know we're like most people in my generation were in like, turning 30. I guess it's the turning 30 part that freaks people out. They're like, I'm not married yet. I got to get married. It's like, fuck all that. Fuck all that. It's not for me. Oh, and other news of car news, I saw Zosh, something happened to his transmission. Doesn't look good. I messaged him on Instagram and said, hey, you need a Type S transmission? I got one for sale. No reply back. I'll take that as a no. Jamal says getting married just for the sake of getting married is stupid. You got to make sure it's a compatible woman for sure. Definitely, man. And like nowadays, like 50% of marriages or more end up in divorce. So it's pretty much people just getting married for the sake of getting married, you know, trying to fit in. You know what I got to say to that? Fuck all that. Alimony equals money. Can't spell alimony without money. But yeah, that's what's been going on today. Just banging rev limiter and thinking about how weird shit is. I can't wait to get the cartoon though, dude. I really think, honestly, Eric says my sister got a divorce. Ha. Ha ha. Ha ha. Oh my god, if I can find that clip. Dazed and confused. Ha ha. I don't think I can find it. Fuck, what would it be? Proposal. Maybe that's what it is. Oh, yeah. Are you guys ready for it? I don't think you're ready for it.
Will you marry me?
Don't know. What's in it for me?
Anything you want.
Anything?
And
Go like this. You spit or swallow.
what I mean, why?
Whatever I like, I would definitely marry you. It's so degrading.
You're an asshole.
You're an asshole.
Yes, I am.
Ha ha.
Aha!
I just want you guys to know I did it when I was a freshman and the building was to do.
Now fry like bacon, you little piggies. Ah. Dude, that's the fucking best movie ever. That shit is so funny. That shit is fire. Ha ha. So it makes me think of every time. But yeah, fucking in terms of car updates, we've got the Brimbos over at the shop. I'm debating whether I'm going to paint them or not. Like repaint them so they're brand spanking new looking. I mean, they look really good as is, but there are a few just a little scratch here, just a little nick here. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it really matters, but if I got to take them apart anyway, I mean, might as well paint them, make them look brand new. Then we're gonna get some endless brake pads, some stainless steel lines. I gotta fetch the ye old fucking hard race tie rod ends and the adjustable ball joints. Still got to do that. Then we just got to get the hatch off the car, and that's it. We're good to go. Minto fucking Pinto. Eric says, "Yo, I'm at my mom's. I'm going to my house in a few." Word, hit me up, dude. We'll FT this bitch. Or I guess it would be FN. I guess it's all one word. We'll F this bitch. Jamal says BRB. Eric says catch y'all in a little bit. Hell yeah. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna wrap up stream seeing as we're at an all-time low head counter. Well, I guess the all-time low would be 0, but yeah, probably eat some food, prepare myself to get angry at Fortnite, and yeah. I hope y'all had a good weekend, and I'll catch y'all later. Be motherfucking y'all. Ha ha.